What is up, all you homesteader wannabes? The past couple days, Clint and I have been in town. He's not been feeling well, still has that cough and everything. So we're in town for a little bit, but we're back out at the homestead now. And I thought I would tell you guys what some of our plans are. That we have some big things we have coming up. While we were in town, we got a bunch of lumber and concrete so that we can finally set up the big hoop house that we got all the way back in February, I think. I don't know. But you know, there's a video of us getting all the equipment for that. We finally have the concrete and the wood to finish setting it up. It'll be essentially a much larger version of that hoop house there. We're going to unfortunately have to use it as storage for a bit, just so we can get things out of our storage units in town. But then once we get things set up out here, that will become an official greenhouse. We will actually grow things in it. That should be pretty exciting. And the other thing that we have going on is we're going to try to set up the garden a little bit. So today I will be leveling the compost in the garden area. And then we're going to try to get either a tilling attachment for the tractor or an actual tiller from someone out here and till it all in so that we can start growing some stuff. We're going to see, hopefully it's not too late in the season to start. Looking at maybe doing potatoes, maybe some corn, try to do our homegrown popcorn again. But that's what I will be up to, while Clint will be over here doing old man things like watering the compost. Yeah, let's get to it.
Got it actually looking pretty good back there. Yeah. Finally figured out how to actually get it level. I was running around there like a numbskull trying to figure it out. I was running around in circles. I was trying to push it, pull it. I at one point I thought, well, maybe if I do circles it'll be better. Everything I did just made it be rutted. And then finally figured out, just grab it, scrape it back. Yeah, I don't know why Brady hadn't figured that out yet, but
It did. I told him that's the best way to do it, in my opinion.
But anyway, it's looking good. But since we did that, I figured, well, last time we staked out the garden, we kind of did it just approximately. We didn't really make sure it was square, so I thought we'd today real quick just square everything up, make sure that our garden space is just how it's supposed to be, where it's supposed to be. So we're going to do that real quick before we jump onto the greenhouse.
The weather decided to act up a little while we're out here working, and it's raining on us now. Not super heavily, obviously, but some big old drops that hurt when they smack you behind the ear. So we got the rain, a little bit of wind, but ow, right in the eyeball. Come on. You can't really see it on video, but there is dust being kicked up by the drops that hit the ground. I'll show you some. You can see the impacts forming. And now it's actually hailing. So not just large drops of rain, but some all right sized pieces of hail too. Just some fun stuff that's happening out at the homestead. I think Clint has run inside already.
So the other day I was showing my sister-in-law the property, and I was showing her the layout of our house. And the way the house is oriented is with this side of the house being the southern exposure, because we're putting a greenhouse on it and we wanted to have solar effect of the sun to heat the house during the winter and all that. So we had it directly facing south this direction. So it's actually the house is east to west then. But I'm showing her the house and I realized I'd always thought I'd be able to see the mountains really well from inside the house. And I thought about, of course, on the patio and all in the back, you'll have a beautiful view of the mountains, and we will. But I realize as I'm standing inside the what would be the house, that looking straight out the end of the house, all I see is really the right side of those mountains and down where it's low. And I thought, that's not what I want. I want to be able to see those mountains from inside the house. So even though for some things it might be better to be faced directly south, have the house exactly east-west, I decided I'm moving the house, tilting it, and directing it towards the mountains. So we'll have the view this direction of those pretty mountains out there. So since we're staking things out right now, I figured, what the heck, let's realign these stakes and see where our house is going to lie with it facing that direction. So I don't know if I've shown you before, but this is the hoop house that we purchased. It's a used hoop house. It was used, I don't even know where. I think it was in California somewhere. It was used for growing marijuana. And for whatever reason, they were closing the farm down. So I don't know why. I understand marijuana is a good business over there. But so they had a lot of greenhouse supplies. So we purchased one of the used greenhouse. You can see here the ends of the poles, the hoops, are rusty because they had them set in concrete. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to set them in concrete. We want this to be strong, sturdy, because the high winds we get here sometimes, we want it to hold together. So what I want to find out today is, when we put these hoops together, what exactly is going to be the dimensions, how wide, plus I want to know how tall they're going to be. I heard that it should be 11 feet tall, but we'll see what that is. So we'll put a few of those together. I'll show you here the rest of the hoop house. We got these bags here are actually the greenhouse plastic that goes over the top. I got 2 of those in anticipation that I'll possibly do a double wall with plastic, keeping it inflated, helping with it, keeping it insulated. These are the wiggle wire channels. That's what you put those along places where the plastic's going to go, and then you take these wiggle wires and put them in the channels to hold the plastic in place. Kind of like what we did with the furring strips, only this you use a wiggle wire. And these are the purlins that we use to run down the length of the greenhouse and attach hoop to hoop to hoop to add stability to that hoop house. So let's grab the hoops. Let's put a couple together and see what it looks like.
Lots of thunder right now, and Clint wants us to grab large metal poles and lift them over our heads. So nothing bad's gonna happen.
What could go wrong? Come on.
He says that thunder.
It may not be a great idea.
Probably not a great idea.
We don't have to put them up. we can leave them on the ground.
Okay.
That's probably a better idea.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of what I was thinking anyway. So.
All right.
Which one are we grabbing? That one? Okay.
Just so much thunder.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are hearing that, but it's just like, it's a constant thunder right now.
Oh. Hate that noise. Not the thunder, the sound of the metal dragging on the ground.
I'm beginning to wonder if I measured these right. Hey, be careful, there's a stake there.
I found it.
All right, let's put these together. Hey, I got it started. That's good. Look at these. Would you get over here? Maybe we can have two of us pushing. Look at that. Come on, get in there. There we go.
Beautiful.
Try a little bit more, see if it'll go any further. I think it's about all the way in.
Much easier to put together than I thought it would be.
Well, when I first grabbed it, like it wouldn't even go in. It wouldn't even slide in.
Uh-huh.
I thought the end was damaged somehow, so it wasn't going in. So that's good.
All right, let's lift it up.
Hold it in the air. So I'm thinking this is more than 30 feet wide.
There's a stake here.
Be careful, there's a stake there. Get it twice. Measure it from the top of the rusty part.
Am I going on the outside or inside?
They're 32 feet.
Ah!
32 feet wide. We just gained 120 extra square feet of space in our greenhouse.
Heck yeah. And lost it for everywhere else on the property.
Oh, you know what we should do? Let's mark the line of where the bottom is and then measure the height, because that doesn't look very tall.
No, they don't look very tall, which is what I said when we got it.
Uh-huh.
So where that post is.
So about where the post is. And here's the center. Looks like it could
There's a post here.
go slightly higher. But
Is it? Oh, it's just under 10.5 feet.
so, okay, that's all right.
Yeah.
10.5 in the center.
Like 10.5.
So, how tall are the?
Am I 6'7"?
Huh?
Huh?
How tall will the sides be? I figure we'll probably put the hip around 4.5 feet. And at what point is it 6 feet tall? Wait, come back. Come back. So it's clear over here. I mean, we're not even there yet. So that's about 6 feet right there.
No, that's not bad.
Okay, that's good. So we'll easily be able to walk under this.
Did you see that lightning?
I didn't see, I saw the light, but I didn't see the lightning.
I just saw the flash.
We may want to go take cover. That's a lot of thunder and lightning coming. And this is a open plain. We may want to go inside.
Some of the tallest things out here, us.
Us, yeah, exactly. Yep. So, well, that's good to know that we can walk freely underneath this.
Uh-huh.
And something that's going to be about 10 feet tall will be able to come in the middle. This is way shorter than I was anticipating. I just pictured.
It's way taller than I was anticipating.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I reach 8 foot something, so it's another 2+ feet
Yeah.
over that.
Yeah. That's That's loads of room.
That's pretty good.
I was expecting it to be like this tall.
Yeah.
Just based on looking at the hoops separate by themselves. Even honestly, to me, seeing them laid out, that doesn't look like 10 feet right there.
I know, I agree. I look at that and I'm going, that's like, what, 8 feet?
I want to remeasure that.
No confidence.
I'm just doubting myself.
I'll do it from the bottom.
From the bottom, yeah, that's just under 10 foot.
Under 10 foot.
That's 9/11.
Okay. Which I think that this actually goes a little higher. I don't think it's positioned exactly correct. So I think it'll be around 10 foot clearance. Yeah. So, but that's good. That's plenty. Because even if we're growing vining plants up like tomatoes and we want to vine them up, you only want to go as high as you can reach.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have to get on a ladder and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So. Perfect. Looks good. I think it's time to go in. Thanks for watching Castle Farms Homestead. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff. There's going to be a lot better stuff than we've had in the last 2 weeks. I've been sick. So we're just glad to be out here again.
We're finally getting after it.
Yeah.
We've got the garden leveled off, getting ready to till that. We're getting ready to set all this stuff up.
We're going to start digging water lines and septic lines. We've got tons of stuff coming up.
So much exciting stuff's going to be happening, guys.
We're going to get wet while we're out here doing it.
Wet and wild.
So, all right, thanks for coming. Whoa.
With all that stuff going on, we are getting one step closer every day.
That's right. One step closer. What can you do today to get one step closer? See what you can do. We're going to get wet.
We are getting wet.
We are getting wet. As long as we don't get hit by lightning. So let's get inside.
And we'll see you guys next time
on
Castle Farms Homestead. Oh, goodness.